Daddy Bengals, that's the team we're gonna cheer.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trey Hendrickson in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 18 on the play.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, it got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. To run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Broncos, first down. A gain of 14. First down, Denver.
They go play action here on first down.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Loss of 6 yards.
Trey Hendrickson.
He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. It's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
17 yards. That's good.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Nick Bonito. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. We had 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves with counters.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow will throw. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. That is caught. Touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Broncos 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Bengals.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, it's Hamilton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Burrow looking to pass.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal. Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
But that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Good-looking return set up here. And Denver getting set to take the field.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
R.J. Harvey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field,
he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
That's good for a Bengals first.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cruz. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now Burrow.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even, man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they go play action now. Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Cruz has it over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw here.
That's taken in by Franklin.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
Oh, look at the juke.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
Here's Hines. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 13. On play action, no throw. Now a short one to Gesicki.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A gain of 19 yards.
From midfield now, Burrow.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots at home to take on the Jets in the AFC East. And this is the tight end, Mason Taylor. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Chalk it up as a 67-yard touchdown. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
The 44-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase. From the 29, here's second down and 5.
Chase. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now it's Burrow.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third and 5. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
John Franklin Myers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. McPherson's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. First and goal at the
Looks to me
1-yard
like maybe
line.
there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
At the goal line.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Pacheco. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
Now back to throw.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Bengals 31.
So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Now Burrow. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Bonito picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. And he got home.
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Back to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Well, that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And the Bengals.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
That's complete to Palmer.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
At the 10-yard line.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Calvin Austin with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Broncos 10.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
2 yards. That's good for our Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
Setting up a screen for Harvey.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2nd down and 3. On the option left, it's Burrow. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. With some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's going to have the Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
This one complete to Burton. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards. And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Working to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. It's caught inside the 25. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
He gets this into the hands of Harvey.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He finds Austin complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Nick Bonito able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. Brought down back at his own
2nd and 13. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 and out. 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 13-yard line.
Here's Burrow. There's that man again. It's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play action. It's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain on the play. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Broncos' 2-yard line.
Here's Pacheco. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Broncos 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Harvey.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,